Big up, everybody. Welcome on into the show, the channel, both channels. Jacob and Staffy bringing something new to you. Well, if you were here last week, we did a little bit of an impromptu this, and we thought, well, hey, why not we don't try not to do it a little bit more? And what's better than one cookie, Staffy? I'm gonna say 2 or 3 cookies, maybe 4 cookies. Well, I'm kind of a glutton for cookies anyway. But
Forced
welcome to the show,
That's diabetes right
episode.
there.
Well,
It is a lot of cookies.
I'm a cookie monster, shout out Sesame Street for ruining me as a child. But this is episode 1. Staffy, welcome in. I'm going to welcome myself in as well because I'm over here on Staffy TV as well as live on United Spurs of America. So big up, everybody. Actually, I need to go tag you in the title right now while we're talking. But lot to talk about really in the Premier League. So I don't know where you want to begin. I know there's a lot of drama going on over there at Manchester United with your Garnacho doing his best Cristiano Ronaldo impression. And then you actually, you didn't want me to put it in the title, but I'm going to mention it. Mr. Joey Barton decided to tweet at Staffy, and I thought that was fun. A dude with millions of followers slandering slanderous slander at Staffy, the none other than Staffy TV. What a day to be alive. Did not have that on my 2025 bingo card, I'll be honest. Then there's FA Cup we could look forward to. So yeah, a lot going on. So make sure you're hitting the like on both channels, whichever one you're watching on. Make sure you are hitting the like button, or else we'll find you. All right, we're gonna find you. But Staffy, what's up, buddy?
What's good, man? Listen, big up to everyone here. I know a lot of people are kind of surprised by this. They're like, "Oh, what's going on? Episode 1? Episode 1 of what? Friday night? Jacob and Staffy? They don't got nothing better to do." No, we don't got anything better to do. Yes, that's why
I actually got called into work while I was on the other show. They're like, "Hey, can you come in tonight and take Sunday off instead?" I'm like, but so I actually do have something to do later, unfortunately, just to throw that in.
But it's not better than this, so technically you still don't have something better to do.
Oh, that's definitely true. You are right. No, that's a good point. That's a good point because it's true.
So I'm right on the.
It's definitely not better than this.
I mean, to be fair, we should have done the show yesterday. Do you want to tell the people why we're doing this on a Friday and not a Thursday?
Because I fell asleep and I was putting the kids down for a nap. And sometimes what happens is I'm trying to get them into the right zen, the right mode. And what happens a lot of times is I end up falling asleep. So what happened was I was putting them down for a nap. Next thing I know, it was several hours later. My wife was with one of the kids, and then me and the other kid were still snuggling in bed. And then I'm like, what the hell's going on? I was very confused. I was very out of it. You know, those long naps where it's like half of a coma, half REM sleep, and then you're awake, and it's like, oh shoot, how long have I been out? So that's what happened to me yesterday. And then I text you, I was like, buddy, I don't even know where I'm at. I don't even know what's going on right now. And it wasn't until about 3 hours after I woke up that I was like, okay, I'm at work. I got to do this. And I was just not in good shape yesterday. So
basically,
sleepy
Jacob. That's all he.
Yeah.
He fell asleep.
I could have.
He woke up 30 minutes before when we were supposed to do the show. And what kind of preparation is this? I was like, you know what, bro? Let's just do it tomorrow. But we are here. So it doesn't matter if it was today, if it was yesterday. We are here and we'll talk. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. I know you guys look at Jacob and you're like, "Yeah, he's the Spurs fan." You look at me, you're like, "Oh yeah, he's the United fan." We will talk about United. We will talk about Spurs. We talk about the Premier League, but we can talk about whatever we want. So when you watch today's show, and hopefully you enjoy it, which you will enjoy it, just get used to it.
We're gonna make you
whatever you guys want us to talk about next episode. Obviously, I'll remind you guys of that later towards the end of the show. But we can talk about anything. It doesn't just have to be our teams. But I mean, we will start with our teams though because we both played midweek. Unfortunately, we both played at the same time. I did have Spurs on the side, like while I was watching it on this screen. I had this screen over here and that little thing of Spurs over there. And every time I looked at you guys, I'm like, Spurs have the ball, but it still says 1-0 Man City. So you guys obviously lost. We got to talk about that. And we just had the most comical win maybe you'll find recently in the Premier League. You know, like you said, that pretty much when you watch United now, you just think of clown music in the background. That's pretty much what happened.
Because of the tweets that you be sharing.
The Joey Barton thing right away.
the people want to know. Real quick, big up to everybody in the chat. Shout out Jordan, Destiny 5, Robert Hardy, making good time, Mount Everest Hotspur, TKA saying smash the likes. We'll skip that comment. Nova's here, Spurs for life, the McChronicle. Toronto over the New York Rangers. Hold that. Staffy said I can't pull it up on the screen because of the word. He basically called him a see you next Tuesday, and among other things. Maybe we should just drop the link in the chat and show. Or I'll
get a screenshot and just take that part off. I guess I could do that.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to do that too, but that didn't.
I mean, I could do it right now. I have snipping tool, so I could just do that and put it up in like less than a minute. It's not really anything much. I mean, I thought
it was pretty cool. I thought it was nice to see. Little Twitter fame for people you know.
All right, you know what? We'll get the thread.
It was nice.
Should we get the thread? Basically, guys, all right, I'm going to go over real quick. Joey Barton basically tweeted, AFCON is not a major tournament unless you're brown and or from Africa. Stop trying to gaslight people. It's not racism. It's just facts. Where do I start with what's wrong with that tweet? Actually, you know what? Let me share the tweet. I'm not going to share the second one because if I do, we can't really share the C word, can we? So we're not going to put that one on. I'm just going to share this one. This is basically his tweet, guys. That's all he said. He basically said, do you guys see it? Oh, there you go. I zoomed in a little bit. AFCON is not a major tournament unless you're brown or from Africa and or from America. Stop trying to gaslight people. It's not racist. It's just facts. Now, what's wrong with this is that, number one, you gave an opinion and you treat it as a fact. It's not a fact that you think something is major or not. It's an opinion. So that's the mistake number one. Mistake number two, you chose to speak on behalf of everyone who, I'll quote what he said, everyone who's not brown or from Africa. So if you're not brown or you're not from Africa, congrats, guys. You're represented by Joey Barton. I didn't like that. I felt there was a racist, a racist undertone behind that, undermining something that you think has a meaning to brown and or African people. And you decided to be the spokesman for everyone who is basically Caucasian and Asian and every race that you left out. And I didn't like that. So basically what I said to him is that is the same energy your ancestors were on. When basically you colonized all our countries. He did not like that fact, and he decided to call me an imbecile. See you next Tuesday in a spastic, whatever the hell that means. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He quote tweeted that. I'm not going to show the quote because it has the C word, but that's basically what he did. What we can learn from this is that, number one, if you don't like facts, if you do like facts, you got to take them back. You got to accept facts. You can't say a fact, and then when I give you a fact, all of a sudden you're upset with it, you know? And number two is respect something that even if you don't rate it, just don't undermine it. Don't tell people how to feel about something. You have a whole continent of Africans that appreciate football, love football. They appreciate the AFCON. I certainly appreciate the AFCON because my country won it the most. So you're trying to tell me that my country doesn't have 7 major tournaments. That's something that I don't like. And you know what? While we're on this topic, big up John Obi Mikel because he came out and he absolutely rinsed him. And I should actually get the clip and we should play it. He basically
There's a bunch of people that have been rinsing him. A lot of people.
He went on at him like the most because he basically said like, you've never won anything major. You haven't even won the Euros with your country to understand or say something like that. And I agree with it. And how dare you speak about a major tournament because, by the way, do I think that the AFCON should get a little bit more appreciation and get a little bit more respect, especially by Africans themselves? So it's appreciated more and it's on the same level of a Euros or whatever? Of course, I do think so. I do think sometimes it doesn't help when African players choose to represent European teams over representing African teams. I 100% agree with that. Is the coverage the best? No, sometimes the coverage I think is garbage. I think sometimes Africans themselves, including my nation, undermined the tournament a little bit by not giving it the attention it deserves. But that's our business. That's my business to deal with. I don't come into your house and tell you what's important or not. I wouldn't go to your house, Jacob, and if your kids are misbehaving, I'm gonna yell at them. You can yell at them. You're their father. But if I come in and I yell at them, you're gonna be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't undermine my kids. I get to say that. You don't get to say that. That's all it is, bro. So that's where I wanted to leave it at. It was just a racist.
That's kind of how I feel
undertone that
about Tottenham. It's like I can make fun of Tottenham, but no one else can.
It's not the same thing. Tottenham
Well,
is not a race. It's not a nationality. It's
my DNA.
It's technically a social group because you're all Spurs. So
Well, you know what they say, like if you hang out on the tree long enough, you become one with the tree. So I'm gonna
I guess
say that
maybe
in some weird way. It is one with me. However, I don't, I try not to be too obsessive. My wife says I can be kind of obsessive over it sometimes, so I try to be a little bit better
She
than
probably
that.
is right.
But the fact that anyone says a competition which features nations of over a billion collectively, that to say that that's small in any regard is just blatantly, it has undertones of racism, kind of like all the Tottenham Hotspur fans that just can't wait to tweet a picture of Asian people. We lose, there's a picture of Asian people getting abuse on Twitter, and it's just one of those things that's almost like an expectation at this point that they're just gonna be racist all the time to people, and it doesn't make sense. It's not right, but I just thought it was kind of crazy. A dude with millions of followers tweeting that kind of shit to a dude that I know. That's nice. It's just
Wait,
like
you know what was I forgot to mention this part. The part that made it the most funny is that he basically said, "I lived there." That's the part I forgot, just because I had to put the tweet on. He assumed
he
that
has
I live in
friends
England.
that are Africans. So oh no, that
No,
you
he
live
said
there.
he
Sorry.
assumed that I live in England. So he was like, lives here, but calls us colonizers. I didn't call you a colonizer. I said your ancestors were. I didn't lie about that. And basically everyone that abused me under that tweet said, "Oh, then get the fuck out the country." He tried to kick me out the country that I don't live in. He probably thought I was his ex-wife's head because he does have history of domestic violence, and he in fact did kick his wife in the head. So he tried to kick me like he kicked his wife. Funny enough, I don't live there, so you failed.
Nothing
One
better
nil
than
me.
a piece of shit playing up, talking shit on other people, because it's like, I guess that's a weird one because I always like to call out people's hypocrisies because for me it's just why you gotta try and talk one way but you live life another way. And to me, I like to keep that same energy. People got really upset when I did this little series that I started doing, which is calling people out on their bullshit. You say stuff, and I think it's silly, and then you backtrack on it. I'm gonna fucking point it out. And so, to me, it's just keeping people accountable for the words that they say. When you hide behind a screen, it's very easy to say whatever the fuck, close a screen, and that's that. Well, if you keep the screen on a little bit longer, I might be the one talking shit about it. So it's kind of nice. And you mentioned the whole kicking his wife thing because you know how adamant I am about holding people accountable for the things that they do. And my new stage is I've evolved to also what you say matters as well. So I'm going to hold people accountable for the things that they say. Like Staffy saying Onana's the best goalkeeper in the world, and then now he's saying Onana somehow you ain't singing the Rihanna song no more. So what's up with that?
Well, before we get to that, I just wanted to say shout out Marco. Thank you for the donation. Saying Salam alaikum y'all. Ramadan Kareem Habibis. Ramadan Kareem, Marco. I hope you have a great month. And
I was at
everyone
the
who
grocery
observes
store and I said that. I said I saw a guy and
said
was wearing
Ramadan
attire
Kareem.
that I assume he was celebrating, the fact that Ramadan is upon us. And I'm not the most culturally aware, but I did say Ramadan Kareem. But he
All
looked at me
right.
crazy because I have this mask on, so he's
Speaking
coloring
of
me crazy.
assuming, here's why you shouldn't assume.
Uh-oh.
Shout out Marco, though, by the way. Yesterday, no, it's actually hilarious. I should have probably said that, so sent it to you, so you put it on the screen. My brother sent in the group chat that there's an Egyptian in the NFL Combine, and I was like, "Oh, interesting. I've never seen an Egyptian in the NFL. Like that's very interesting." So they were just telling his story real quick while he's doing the combine. He's like, "Oh, he only started playing football in 2019, so that's like 5-6 years ago, which is very recent. And he's about to be in the NFL."
Hmm.
So his name is Ahmed. I think it was Ahmed Hussein or Ahmed Hassanin, something like that. Muslim ass name. So I'm like, wow, mashallah. Like I never said Never seen that. And as soon as he finishes the combine, whatever he was doing, he walks over and he goes like this and pulls out. Well, I don't have it, but he pulls out his necklace and kisses it. I'm like, oh, interesting. Like, what's that necklace? And it's a big ass cross. And I'm like, your name is Ahmed Hussein. Fuck, do you have a cross? Like, how do you have a Muslim name, but you're not a Muslim? I just found it fascinating. I've never met an Egyptian with a Muslim ass name who wasn't
Mohammed Salah. He celebrate
Muslim.
Christmas.
Oh my god, that's different though.
Is it? Because it's Christ Moss, which from my understanding.
Marco, that makes sense. He said he converted from Islam to Christianity. Fair enough then.
Okay.
I just found it weird. I'm not gonna lie. I was so confused. I was like, why did they name him Ahmed then? Just name him a Christian name. Why'd you give him a Muslim name? But more of the story is we're about to get an Egyptian in the NFL. So there you go. We're taking over.
I thought the moral of the story was don't assume.
Well, that as well. To you.
I saw a comment that said favorite DAW, Jacob, which is a digital audio workplace. I very much love Ableton Live right now. I'm big on Ableton Live at the moment. I'm enjoying it. I did the free trial and then I just like waited for it to expire and it still hasn't like stopped, so I can still use it. I just can't save, record, or export, but I still have all the tools. So it's still a good tool to have. Anyway.
Anyways, back to Unana.
That was from your chat, by the way.
What about my chat?
No, the person who asked me about the DAW.
What?
The DAW, the DAW, Digital Audio Workplace.
He was in my chat?
Yeah. And he said, what's your favorite DAW? So I was just answering the question. I was just saying that I'm answering the questions of your chatters. I was trying to shout out your chatters, but I guess it's fuck your chatters.
Well, don't say that. Shout out to my chatters. Actually, my chatters and Jacob's chatters. Shout out to both of you guys. Make sure you're reminded to like the video and subscribe to both channels if you haven't haven't done yet. Onana's not the best goalkeeper in the world. Let's just get that fallacy out of here.
I wish I had that video still. I don't know where it is.
It was a joke. It was intended to be a joke. It was cropped out.
Oh, like my Cuti Romero song?
What's out of context from that? You were just singing a song.
Yeah, and then it became something that follows me everywhere I go. Let's have a real conversation
about this. When Manchester United signed Onana, yes, of course I was gassed. My real thoughts, though, that I did think he was a top 3 goalkeeper in the league the minute he steps foot in. I thought only Ederson and Alisson would be better than him. I did do this joke the day we signed him. I was on a stream. It was on what's his name's channel, Brandon's channel, Arsenal fan. And I shamelessly said, I was like, you know what? Now that he's our player, I'm gonna shamelessly say he's the best goalkeeper in the world. Obviously, they took all that out and they just put that part so I look stupid. Anyways, that doesn't take away the fact that I still thought he was at least top 3 in the league. He has been shocking. Oh my god. I was so pissed at last game that I said if he doesn't leave the arena or the stadium basically with a black eye, I want Emery out. Because there's no excuse not to punch this guy in the dressing room. Did you see the goals?
So you want violence committed to your goalkeeper?
You know what? Maybe sometimes, just maybe, violence could be, not saying do it, but it could be the answer sometimes. In case of Onana, I'm just saying maybe it is. Maybe a little black eye. That's all. I'm not saying anything crazy, you know. But you've seen the goals, right? Do you hear where I'm coming from?
Oh yeah, I was supposed to watch the highlights. No, I haven't seen the goals. No, I'll look it up though.
Okay, look it up right now while we're live.
I will.
It's the first thing of the game anyway.
I wanted to say this about Andre Onana because my first encounter with him was when he played at Ajax with your center back as well, De Ligt my you know what. De Ligt right there. How many De Ligt does it take to get to the center of a De Ligt pop?
What's your point?
That my first encounter with Onana was when him and his good old buddy De Ligt allowed Lucas Moura to get a hat trick on him so we could go to Champions League final.
Who was the manager that day?
Erik ten Hag.
There you go. All the red flags were there that game. Yet 3 of the people that were there at that event eventually came across with my club. And people wonder why I'm angry all the time.
The standards have definitely dropped.
The captain of that event were there. The coach, goalkeeper, and captain on the night all ended up going to my team.
That's good stuff. You know, y'all saw that and said, "Wow, they almost got to a final. Let's get them on board."
I remember watching that game. I honestly, I remember. I tweeted. No, actually, I wasn't on Twitter. Was I on Instagram at that time, or was I on Facebook? I was on one of the social medias. And I remember posting that basically, I think it was Instagram. I basically posted that I'm about to buy an Ajax jersey because they're about to be in the final and it was against Liverpool. And I just remember Spurs did the comeback and I just like tried to joke. So I was like, I canceled the order. Now I'm ordering a Spurs jersey. Both of y'all were letdowns anyways. I have one team that bottled their lead in the semis and you guys couldn't even lay a glove on Liverpool in the final. I knew there was no point of you guys.
We could lay an armpit on the ref, but that was about it. Yeah,
it should have never been a handball. I'll be honest.
So that first goal I just saw, bruh. First of all, why did he steal it from Onana? That was Dorgu, right? Who was that? That's
Dorgu. But look
so
how far
ball
off
over
his
the top. He's very much off his line, but he's kind of a keeper who likes to.
That's what I told you. Like when I was telling you on the phone today, like at the end of the day,
he should have been backpedaling at this point when the ball came over the top. But to be fair,
he probably made a shout. I agree with you.
So the right center back pings it over the top, and the guy's giving chase. It looks like Dorgu. I'm assuming, I can't tell the number.
It is Dorgu.
He's getting to the ball. There was just obviously a lack of communication, and at this point, when as a player, if you see your goalkeeper charging out, you get out of the way. I'm blaming Dorgu for this. He should have got out of the way. And
why are you your goalkeeper? Hold on, your defender has it covered. Why do you have to come out this all?
No, that's Dorgu, bro. I'm going to defend the keeper here for a second because
of course you know why? Because you used to be a goalkeeper. Of course.
Well, in the keepers union, we fight for our own. And as much as I like to laugh at him and his flimsy fingers, because I always say poor Mrs. Onana, you know, those weak hands of his. But in the instance, so I've watched it 5 times now, and the ball's over the top. He's off of his line. And at that moment, as a goalkeeper, you make a decision. Am I going out to get that ball when it sometimes you're out, even meeting the ball outside of the box? Or do you draw back to your line because you don't think that your player is going to get there? And to me, it was clear that Dorgu was ahead of the guy. So he saw that and was like, okay, cool. I'm going to come out and I'm going to get that thing because it's going to get into the box and you're there to cover it. And instead of cover it or just like shield the space because the guy can't run through him to get to the ball, so you just got to shield it and I'm going to come scoop it. And instead you chip it around me. That's a dickhead move from the defender, in my opinion. And you got to be understanding as a defender that when your goalkeeper comes out, that is now his decision. He is the one that is putting it on him. So like you gotta either facilitate or get the hell out of the way. And I'm not gonna blame Onana for that one.
Then while you're at it, that's fine. While you're at it, people will let us know in the comments their thoughts. While you're
why did he go around the keeper? Why did he?
That's all I want you to do now. Just look at the.
It's a beautiful assist if that was the other end and the other guy was wearing the same shirt color as you, but
great assist. Now look at the second goal.
Oh God, that's Jaden Philogene. That's a guy who we are linked with as well. From Hull City. Philogene is not my bro. What an assist from Dorgu, bro. All right, so this is a corner for you. Is this y'all's goal, or you want me to look at y'all's?
No, look at their second goal. It's right before halftime.
Slab head with a decent header. Okay, I'll skip. So it's 1-1. Right before halftime. Okay, so y'all are up 2-1. The VAR. Oh, Dorgu red card. He was having a nightmare that game, huh?
Just look right after that.
Okay. So it's outright. Uke on the man. All day, all this. Oh,
How can he defend that?
it looks like he made his mind up, made a decision, and went for it. Which, to me, in that instance, it looks like. All right, they're showing the replay here. So you've got two dudes sandwiching this guy. Who's that? And then now he's bodying that guy. Oh, nah, he's an idiot. No, that's stupid. No, he should have got there. I've seen it again 3 times. Here's the 4th one. The ball coming in. You go get that thing, boy. Go get that thing. No, hell no. To be fair, it doesn't even look like Liam Delop took a touch. So, like, that could have thrown off his angle. But either way, that's a horrible goal to concede. I will concede that.
Moral of the story is, again, we're doing just moral stories at this point. Every discussion. Onana must be sold in the summer. And we move on from there. Because I have an abundance of clowns at my team right now, from top to bottom. And I'd like to have one less clown. So it's time for him to go. But yeah. I mean, at least we left.
I blame him for that second one, for sure. But after the first goal that he conceded, I could see the lack of confidence in the people in front of you. And when that's starting to get shattered, it's hard to really
every time he concedes
that.
A shot, we're just all like, we're all like just ready for it. Like there's a mistake about to happen. You know,
I'm not gonna lie, Kingski kind of reminds me of that, where it's like there's times where you're like, oh wow,
4 games. I've had Onana for 2 years now.
Yeah. Well, Kingski's also still young, and he hasn't played in the semifinal and conceded 3 to Lucas Moura, so there is a big difference. True.
We need to move him on, man. We need to move him on.
Well, speaking of move on, what other United drama? Garnacho doing his Ellen DeGeneres walk-off.
Stupid, bro. I mean, it's coming out today. The manager's saying he spoke with him. Basically, guys, if you haven't watched and you want to know what happened with Garnacho, Dorgo got a red card. We needed to bring on a defender. Mazraoui was resting for the game. We were like, sorry, your rest has to be cut short. You have to come onto the pitch now. We bring him on. We had to take off someone. It ended up being Garnacho. He didn't look very pleased. But he comes off. He walks straight to the tunnel. And eventually he makes his way back. But obviously we don't see it when he does. And it comes out the game. After the game, people are upset saying, how dare he walk under down the tunnel. He posts an Instagram story right after the game of him just basically like, it's a picture of him walking off the pitch. He doesn't look very happy. It's raining. It's wet. It's gloomy. It's just a sad picture. Everyone's basically calling him a diva, saying he has attitude issues. Even his brother retweeted or commented under a tweet when the sub happened. We conceded right away with that Onana mistake, and his brother on Twitter under the notification that says Ipswich goal 2-2, he just comments a bunch of fire emojis, which basically is mocking Amarim's decision to take him off because look at us now. Now we're losing. He's basically saying, "Oh, look, we're losing now because you took out my brother." I'm fed up with both of them. It's not the first time something like that happens. Today, to be fair, Amarim came out and said, "I spoke with him. He did say that he went to change his shirt and come back because it was wet and it was raining. There's no problem." Honestly, bro, I just don't like the drama. I don't like the attitude sometimes. Yes, maybe we'll skip this one. It's nothing major. But it's not the first time something around this kid happens when it comes to social media. There's always attitude issues. There's always tweets. His brother is pretty much a liability on the club. He's been caught before liking tweets that criticize people. I remember one time Ten Hag said something about him, which I didn't like. I thought it was a little bit unfair. And Goldbridge tweeted saying, how dare Ten Hag throw basically a kid under the bus because we didn't play well or we lost or whatever. So he liked that. Then he unliked it. And there was a tweet. I don't remember. It was another game that we lost. It basically was like criticizing the defenders, I think. And he liked it. It's not the first time something around social media and attitude issues happen around this kid. Even if he did generally just want to change his shirt and come back, his just attitude stinks a lot, bro. Like he was just walking off. All the fans are singing his name. And I understand if you want to change the shirt, but explain to me why while we're up 2-1, and maybe, yes, you're upset because you're getting subbed off early and you had to come off early. The fans are chanting your name. Why not once did you look up, just make eye contact with the fans, or just give them the quick, you know how players always do that while they're walking out, just a quick clap? just acknowledge them. It just tells me that you really was upset just about being subbed off rather than the fact that we won. And it took him a day to put an Instagram post again and say big 3 points. Why did you post right after the game that a picture of you sad, but then 24 hours later you post a picture saying 3 points? Like, that's why I'm not fully believing it. You know what I'm saying? I just think he's using it to mask.
I would throw this in there a little bit. He's a teenager. He's exhibiting
He's
traits.
Also a dad with the whole ass kid. So
I've seen a lot of immature. Hey, you don't got to be mature to get a girl pregnant now. Look at me. I got 2 kids.
I didn't say he's mature, but you need to act a little bit more mature.
I agree. I don't think the optics are nice, but like, to me, a kid exhibiting traits of a disgruntled kid, that just shows that he obviously thinks he's better than he is, which is something that I think all professional athletes have. That drive, that's what helps get them to the stage, right? Which is that confidence, that bravado of like, I am him, I'm going to show you that. But it's also, in my opinion, like, he is a professional for Manchester United that carries a certain amount of weight. And they always say that the crest on the front is obviously very heavy burden to wear. And, you know, it's, he's turned from a bright young prospect to a overrated diva to a, you know, it's kind of sad to see, but it's also funny because it's United. So it's like when a giant falls, do you cry? No, you laugh and you build a town on top of them, because it's fun to watch United crumble slightly, and with the leaky roof and the rats and the chicken, you know, all the fun stuff that they always talk about there. But with Garnacho specifically, like, he's got good traits. I think just the mentality is what's really letting him down. But he showed enough for Amorim to at least want to play him, because he said he worked hard or something like that. He said he got dogs to run around or some shit. I don't know.
He said he needs his players to run like mad dogs.
Yeah,
and let's put it in shift. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've never questioned that. He's just not a very good footballer.
He's not as good around, as
that wasn't the main topic when it came to running around. The main topic of running around was when Bruno got criticized by Roy Keane, and Ian Wright was defending him, because I know you wanted to talk about that as well. That's probably bigger news than Garnacho one. Because basically, I don't know if you've seen the video on the overlap, but Roy Keane.
The last thing I wanted to say about the Garnacho thing is I smell bullshit with that whole he went to go change his shirt. There's an equipment manager, even at when I worked at MLS, there's a guy who has triples of everything for everybody. So whatever you need, he's got it right there. You don't have to go, unless you needed a shower right then and there. And that just, again, if you need a cold shower after what had just happened, then it kind of means you're a little bitch. And it does reek of like immaturity. It does reek of like salty attitude. So I get all the negative connotations that go along with it. But the Amorim, I think that's a lie. I think that there's a guy who's right there. He's just got bags of shit, and a lot of it got 17 on it. So yeah, I smell bullshit with that one. But what happened with the Roy Keane thing? Last thing I heard about Roy Keane was he said something to James Maddison, then Maddison shushed him. And big up Jordan for welcome back to the Lovers Lane, re-upping on that membership. Appreciate that, buddy.
Shout out Jordan.
But what's the drama with Roy Keane exactly? Because again, I saw his reply to James Maddison's shushing, which was what did he say? He was just like, "Good, that's exactly what you should do," or something to that effect.
You sit there every few weeks and you said Tony Adams was amazing.
That's what England. I'm used to.
Yeah, of course. That's what the captain we expect.
And
we go back to the team and the recruitment and the players and showing a bit of fight, a bit of quality, a bit of speed in your play. They draw at Everton. It's like they've won the cup. Bizarre. Not even the fans. The level of the. I see fans at matches. They're singing for Bruno. I say, these boys, I think you're imposters.
No, bro, not Bruno.
Righty.
No.
Righty.
You're gonna dig
you know
someone
what,
out.
Righty? I've had enough of that rubbish, man.
Come on, right.
You watch Arsenal every week. What about we focus more on United? I'm watching them. Sit and watch a game. Sit and watch a game with them. We watched them at Leicester we watched them in the FA Cup a few weeks ago. I watched them at Everton on Saturday. People pretend to be closing people down.
But who brought them back into the game? Who's bringing you guys back into the game? You can't. It's not Bruno, Roy. When we're talking about,
bro, he's getting pissed.
We do something to save you.
He looks like you on a United
Saving
stream.
15th in the league.
That's a lot worse. I know it's like there's like 3 more minutes left, but trust me, it's worth it.
And he's saving them.
If it
Praise the Lord.
Big up Hassam for the raid real quick.
But he's
Sorry,
you
I
have to have a
see
starting
some
point.
comments. Hassam raid. Big up
Talent
Hassam.
is not enough.
Big up everyone who came on over from there. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to both of our channels as well. This is simulcasted live on both of our channels because, you know, why the hell wouldn't we just do it that way, huh? So make sure, I'm going to put it into the description and in the title, so make sure you subscribe to Staffy TV. And thank you again to Sam. And I'll say Ramadan Kareem. Is that correct? Did I fuck
You
it?
didn't need to add the extra accent to it, but yes.
Kareem. Yeah, I didn't need to put the little Hari. No.
But Bruno's a talented player, but
But when I
talent's
used
not
to talk
enough.
about Bruno, and I said
Talent is not enough, Friday. Talent is not enough.
What's he
You
won?
talk to me.
Now he's won something.
You
Now
would
he's
have
going somewhere.
Tony Adams was this, Tony Adams was that. Yeah,
was.
because he was a fighter. You've got young players. You have to look at somebody and go, I like what he does. You can't put the ball in the top of the net from 25 yards. I get that. But you want someone's going, lads, are you with me? Are you with me?
Maybe he's not that captain. Maybe he's not that. I'm with
No,
you.
he's
but
not.
What he's
But I
doing in
guarantee he's
respect
not.
of saving you, playing that pass, the
Saving?
goal.
What's he saving?
He's the one.
So this is the interesting part, okay? Basically, Roy is just fed up with Bruno as a captain in general, and I hear him. Where Ian Wright is right now, excuse the pun, is that, to be fair, the last 3 games specifically, Bruno did bail us out. But it's one of those where it's like, he's been so bad that all of a sudden, are we just going to pretend that Bruno's been our savior when he's one of the reasons we've become as bad as a team, in his opinion, right now? So this is the part they're going to get into right now. And I actually want to hear from everyone in the chat right now.
That looks
Chat,
like
in the live
you
chat.
and your watch-alongs when
That
United
looks
play.
like the one picture. Remember that one picture you sent me when I was like happy and none of that?
Yeah, that's a good
That
one.
doesn't look like me.
What's he saving?
If
2-2 with Everton.
If Bruno's
What's he
not-
saving?
If Bruno's
What's he
not there,
saving?
United are in the relegation
Oh,
places.
right,
If
relax
Bruno's
yourself.
not
What's he
there,
saving him? What's he saving?
at the moment,
We saw him at Leicester a few weeks ago. We saw him at Leicester. He was
you're trying to isolate that particular
I know.
game. Bruno on a regular
he do?
basis saves that club in games.
Saves him. We're out in
Come
the
on,
league.
man.
We're out in the league.
Where would they be if they didn't have
All
Bruno?
right, all right.
Am I right or
I
wrong?
place above.
What?
I think he's a good player, but I don't know if he's a good captain.
Yeah,
And I
I'll
think
have you all the other
shouting
people.
it.
All right, I think we could end it here. He
So
basically
wait. That part really. Hang on. He
Here?
said, "Where would you be without him?" It just seems like a
Just saves that club in games.
Saves him. We're out in
Come
the
on,
league.
man.
We're out in the league.
Where would they be if they didn't have
All
Bruno?
right, all right.
Am I right or
I
wrong?
place above
I
it.
think he's a good player.
Where he said a place above it. That's funny. No, I think that's a crazy statement to make, saying where would they be without him? I would just say look at where they are with him. It's not good by any means. I don't think Bruno Fernandes is really good. I think he hides in games in which you really need someone to stand up and be him.
if you
That's
watch the
tough.
last couple games, to be honest, you wouldn't say that. Here's the thing, and I said this on my channel, and I'll say it here. I mean, I am on my channel again, but I'll say it since there's 2 audiences now instead of 1. I said that Bruno, my biggest criticism for him is when we had a good team, when we were finishing second and losing in semifinals and finals, stuff like that. I used to look at him and I used to look at big games, and I always felt like he was one of the reasons why we can't take that next step. I think Bruno is a floor raiser, but not a ceiling raiser. He's the one. He's a guy that comes in. He improves the technical ability of the team and who you have. He brings that up a level. The minute you are that team who's ready to be okay, I want to be that team now. I don't think Bruno can be your number 1 guy. I've seen it when we had Martial at his best, Rashford at his best, Pogba at his best, Matic. When we had a decent team, we always fell short, and I thought it was because of him, especially in big games. He didn't know how to play, in my opinion, in those certain games. Like, he was always known to be that big game hider, and it was because it's just the way that he approaches the game very chaotically. Like, we'd lose the ball so much playing a big game against City. I'm like, well, you can't do that against City because they're going to punish us. Whereas now, when the team is obviously so shit, you look at him and you're like, yeah, he's their best player. Maybe on ability he is, yeah. But he's never going to be that leader that takes that. Like, there's a reason why he's been our captain in the last couple years, him and Maguire. and it's no coincidence. It's been our worst Premier League seasons in history. Like, I don't think it's a coincidence. So I think they're both right in certain ways. I just do think over the last 2 games, at least, we could praise Bruno for the performances, but we're not going to revise history. That's all.
I think two things could be right at the same time as well in that regard. Like what African Cat said in the chat, that Bruno's not the only issue at United, and I would say he's far from the only issue at United. Is he the first thing that y'all need to fix? Probably not, from my perspective. But if that is the level of your captain, you've got to really question the other people, because it's almost, maybe it's just slim pickings at this point. Who knows? But to me, I agree more with Roy Keane there than I agree with Ian Wright. No, it's not because of their clubs, but it's because of their points and opinions.
I mean,
I'm not surprised that
a United fan. He doesn't like United. He said that before because of the way he looks.
Oh, okay.
Because he got kicked out.
Ian Wright's a pussy, so how about that?
Oh, fair enough. That's what you want to say. Anyways,
what can I say as I'm laying here down on the ground? As Spurs, as Tottenham, we got into 12th, and it was nice while it lasted, and I think now we're down to 13th again. So
we're tied on points. I was very happy to see that because you were running away. Well,
yeah, we were.
You know that video? Where are you running? That's what I felt about you. Why are you running? Why are you running? Bro, I saw you pick up 3 points last week. I was drawing. You beat me. I was like, fuck, Jacob is running away. Then a week later.
Nice, 3-3. It was 3-3. And then it wasn't. But it was also 5-7. And then it wasn't. And I didn't actually think that our loss versus City was as bad as a lot of other Spurs fans, or maybe some people, are viewing it. I thought that there was a lot there to take away from it. However, it's just obvious that the better side won on the day. And that's kind of been the case when we played Villa and we lost. We played Liverpool and we lost. The better side simply won. And, Liverpool excluded, it wasn't like we were completely awful. And I excluded that 4-0 to Liverpool. But I just think that, it's not great losing, and every loss makes it worse. And we've been losing so much, quite frankly, that I've forgotten a lot of the losses. I forgot that we lost 1-0 to Forest, and we lost these weird 2-1 to Ipswich last time.
Just reminded me of, that famous meme of Donald Trump saying, "We're gonna win so much, we're gonna get tired of winning. We're gonna be winning, and you guys are gonna say no more winning." That's you right now, but with losses. Been losing so much that you've lost count of all the losses. I should have been laughing because I lost a lot too, but I just thought it was funny the way you said it.
It's tough out here for Tottenham fans, and so I get the apathy and the general vibe is not great around Tottenham because the results haven't been great. But the fact of the matter is, we're now 9 points away from 10th place. 9 points away from 10th place. That's crazy. And it's going to take some results to go our way and for us to get the fucking job done at the end of the day. We play Bournemouth in between our European fixtures, and they're one of those places that we're trying. I realistically think, best case scenario, as far as the league is concerned, we could finish 7th, maybe 8th. But that, again, is going to require us to start winning some of these matches and taking points away. It's crazy in the year 2025. I'm talking about Bournemouth is a 6-pointer for us coming up, but it is. And for me, I'm putting all my eggs in the Europa basket. Obviously, if I could finish, 16th and win Europa, I'm taking it. But realistically, I don't feel that confident about Europa either. So I don't want to dangle around 16th. I don't want to be fighting relegation with Wolves and all those other clubs down there. It's just a crazy time to be there. Like, I thought we would.
You need Europa more than me. And I'll tell you why. Real quick, I'll tell you why.
No,
Tottenham need Europa more than Manchester United for one reason. Your process started last season with Ainge. You need a win along the way to change the culture, to change the mentality, and to give the fans something to believe in. And to maybe, just maybe, give the ownership and the board a reason to start investing. The reason why it would be very nice for United to win the Europa League, but I don't think it's as essential as it is for Tottenham, is because we've seen United win 2 trophies over the last 2 years that were nothing more than paper over cracks. We know United's biggest goal right now is to
I would love
properly
that
rebuild
paper.
the team. You don't really need another trophy. I mean, it's always nice to win trophies, but you don't need another trophy. You actually need to figure out your club and what's going on and actually start playing decent football where you can go back to contending for leagues. That's the difference. Amram has just been here for a couple months. A trophy, of course, would do him a lot. But your man's just been here longer, and he's been trying his hardest to change the mentality. And to be fair, with our injuries, I think you have a better squad than us available to win anyways. So that just makes it more obvious that you guys should be going for it versus us.
If it was United versus Tottenham in a Europa final, I don't give a shit how bad United have been. I have about 10% confidence in winning that because it's just one of them things where it's like the badge in itself is so intimidating weirdly for players, and we don't have that established European heritage in this most recent few generations. So to me, I would absolutely love it, but there's a lot of really strong teams in that competition. You look at Lazio, you look at Atletico Bilbao, Real Sociedad. You look at even United in a European competition. I still rate them pretty highly. So, there's not a lot to really say. Oh well, but we got a good draw at least. The first round versus AZ, we've already played them. We know what it looked like. We've already beat them, so there should be some confidence there. So I like that. And I just reassess at the next leg if we can get past AZ, which we should be able to. Absolutely should be able to.
That's Slot's former team.
No, Slot's former team is Feyenoord.
He coached both.
He did?
Yeah, he coached AZ and.
Well, I ain't heard of that bald fraud since Feyenoord, when he used us for a better salary with one more year at Feyenoord. Little bastard. Bald fucker. Anyway. Yeah, so a lot of hope for Tottenham kind of went out the window when there was 2 competitions we got knocked out of in 4 days. That wasn't nice. The Carabao Cup, then getting knocked out of the FA Cup, so.
You have nothing this weekend to do. I'm busy.
I'm chilling. Yeah, who y'all playing the FA Cup?
Fulham. Full Haram. Imagine, bro, first day
Adama
Ramadan,
Traore banger coming
in.
in.
Be playing Full Haram. It's messed up.
Hey, shout out Fulham. Clint Dempsey, top 5 goal scorer in the Premier League when he played there. He also helped get them to a European final, so. Big up Clint Dempsey. And also Adama Traore masterclass incoming.
Your favorite players there. There you go.
Adama
Can you tell people what you
Traore.
do every time Adama Traore gets a GA?
I screenshot it and send it to you and a selected few other individuals who seem to not put the respect on the GOAT that they need to be putting the respect on his name. So you, Elijah, Marshall are 3 people that every time there's a GA involving Adama, you're going to fucking know about it. Oh, but
question to the
he's
chat.
not good in the final third, but y'all are getting tired of me sending you notifications of his GA.
Into the chat. Does Adama Traore deserve any type of respect that Jacob wants us to give him?
Goated.
This is why a lot of Spurs fans get a lot of disrespect. Because the
Why?
things you say.
They get disrespect because of me?
Because you're saying Adama deserves respect. He's goated.
He does.
Goated in
Respect
what?
the GOAT.
Baby oil?
Respect the GOAT, bro.
The only thing he has is baby oil, and listen, he can have the debate with P Diddy on that. Who uses baby oil better? That's a competition that I don't want to be in. A conversation.
Look, I see a comment there. Top 5 all time. Love it. Beautiful. Agreed.
Top 5 what? Bodybuilders?
Just top
Has a very
5,
good
bro.
physique.
Don't ask further questions. You said, is he valid? Yes,
football.
he is. Is he sturdy? The kids say, is he sturdy? And I'm going to say yes.
And he's a liar, by the way. He says he doesn't lift weights.
It's Ramadan right now, all right? You can't be saying he lies. That's haram. So,
First of all, Ramadan starts tomorrow.
well, that's what I'm saying. Tis the season.
It's the season to not lie. I'm calling out a lie. I'm not lying. I'm just calling out a lie. You think Ramadan we don't call out liars?
You're lying on Adama's name, which is haram, which tis the season.
He said I don't lift weights. He said that. He actually said that.
Yeah, he doesn't. He pushes the earth down. That's what he does.
Oh my God.
We ain't seen nothing like this since Chuck Norris.
We're gonna
Walker,
cook them
Texas
on,
Ranger.
on Sunday just for your comments. That's it.
Last time you said that, he had the game-winning assist versus you, I think it was.
No, last time you said that, I said that he actually got punked by Lissandro, and then they talk shit, and he said we'll meet again. And then when they met again, Lissandro actually scored, and we won again.
African Cat said Diddy and Adama fighting for the oil. We start starting a war in the Middle East for that oil. God dang. Jordan's absolutely spot on. A front three of Adama, Son, Dempsey, and Zlatan. Talk to me. Talk to
Front
me.
three
Talk.
of 4 players.
Yeah, front three of 4. Well, because, with Clint Dempsey, he kind of played that like in behind 10 / out on the.
So that's not a front three.
edges, so-
You just said a front three of Adama, Son, Zlatan, and Dempsey.
All of it.
That's not a front three.
I want all of it. Smush it all into.
Okay, so
some
a
people
front
say
four.
only 2 patties can make it onto a burger. I say, why not 3?
So a front 4. You can't say, oh.
My
I
starting
don't wanna-
11 is them 4 names, and that's it.
Okay, so if you go to order a burger right now, would you say, oh, I don't want the double cheeseburger. I just want a regular burger, but give me an extra layer of burger? Or are you going to say, hey, just give me the double cheeseburger?
Más
want
carne
meat.
pinche
Yo.
perro. That's what I'm going to say. Más carne pinche perro. Any further questions? We're supposed to be previewing the FA Cup, and we're getting, hey,
We've
we can talk
established
about
it's a front four,
Adama
that's all I'm saying.
because Adama's going to get Fulham into the FA Cup next round.
I mean, it
because
is a
of
good chance
Dunkage.
for him to bully us.
Is it 2 legs?
No, just 1 leg. It's you're in or out.
I like my Adama chances.
We're at home at least. Actually, that's not a good thing. There's no reason why. Honestly, when I talk about United games, I can't lie to people and tell us, oh, by the way, this is why maybe we'll win. Bro, we just got to find out on the day. That's all it is.
You know,
give you
that's
previews,
sadly how
give
I
you my
feel as
thoughts.
well. Because I'm
I
like,
don't know
you
what's
know,
gonna
if we
happen on the day, bro. I don't know.
you beat
It's like
Ipswich,
you're
man.
going on a
Big
blind
3
date.
points.
But listen, bro, United games is like going on a blind date. You don't know who you're gonna meet. You have an idea of what it could be, but you're never gonna find out until you show up for the date. That's United right now. I'm gonna hope that we're gonna win. I'm gonna assume we might
That's
play
how I
well
bagged my wife.
on a blind date.
Well, it wasn't, it wasn't like blind. It was like Stevie Wonder blind, like kind of blind, but not really. You kind of think that he might have his eyesight,
So did you see her before you went on a date with her?
Photos. That's it.
So it's not really
But, like,
blind.
That's what I said. It's Stevie Wonder blind, like kind of blind, kind of
So why don't you
not.
bring yourself into this conversation when it's not really the same exact?
Because love can be found in any manner. And I ain't talking mansions.
CFC LS, you thought I'm not gonna smoke hookah in Ramadan? What's wrong with you?
But you got to wait for the
Okay.
sun to go down, right?
I mean, I'm not gonna smoke hookah while I'm fasting. What, Elias? Did you think we fast for 30 days? We'd be dead by 30 days. What, you think I'm not gonna put? Oh, I almost said something very, very ayo. You think I'm not gonna put? I'm not gonna eat anything for 30 days. Eat, drink. I was gonna say, you think I'm not gonna put anything in my mouth for 30 days?
Oh, wow.
Yo.
Whoa. Hey.
Food.
Hey.
Food.
Whoa.
Food
Well,
and water.
what I would say is you're stronger than me because one of my friends growing up, he fasted during Ramadan as well. And it wasn't hard for me, but it looked, whenever I got hungry, I was like, God, he must be hungry too. And then I would eat anyway. And then I felt like a big fat sinning pig.
Interesting.
Can you win the FA Cup? Emerim save your season with the FA Cup?
No. No. Why would you think so?
Hassan, I
win
did say
anyway.
big up. I did say big up. We were watching the Roy Keane video. He paused it, and I was bigging up
He's
Hassan
saying
for
what
the
a
raid.
guy. He's just bigging you up. He's saying, oh, he said big
I
up. to
felt-
Hassan. Oh, he's bigging
Yeah,
up himself. Ya Rabbi.
No, I think he was saying it because I didn't say it. He thinks that I didn't say it, but I did. I just don't think you were listening at the time that I said it. Big up Hassan for the raid. And also said,
Actually, get over yourself.
Ramadan Kareem.
Get over yourself.
It's not Kareem Ramadan, it's Ramadan Kareem.
Ramadan
right?
Kareem. So like Kareem means like
Ramadan.
generous. So have a generous Ramadan.
Kareem. Yes.
because it's like the
I
month
hope
of
your
forgiveness.
Ramadan's very generous.
It is the month of forgiveness. So if you have any problems with anyone and you can't find the right time to finally get over it and clean up your heart and be nice to them and this and that, it is a good time to do so.
Big up Flawless rated as well. Thank you for that, Benny. I must have missed it. Big up for that. Big up Flawless. I was over there earlier talking my shit. You know, I feel pretty safe in the city of sarcasm. To just say my mind as freely as I want without fear of anything. I'm safe. It's like my new role with Tottenham Hotspur's fan base, which is I'm gonna cook them. Gotham is burning, and I'm here to make sure that it
Did you
continues
feel
to
like you were
burn.
in Gotham and
I'm
what
the
was the name
Joker
of the
now.
detective?
It's Harvey Dent.
No, it wasn't Harvey. It was the other detective.
Oh yeah, Harvey was like the councilman or something.
He was his
Either way,
partner.
he's the guy who
Gordon,
tried to
Detective
clean up
Gordon.
Gotham.
Gordon.
Oh, Detective Gordon. That's that's like the chief of police guy.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. He ended up being the
Columbo.
chief later, yeah.
Yeah, but no, the guy Harvey Dent who ends up becoming Two-Face, the villain. It's
Someone said
because
Columbo. Who the hell is Columbo?
I tried to ignore. That's like an old detective show, I think. No, Harvey Dent is the guy. He tried to save Gotham and tried to rid it of crime, which is what I tried to do with the Tottenham Hotspur fan base for too long. And guess what? You either die the hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And I am entering my villain phase. And I hope Gotham continues to burn. And I will do whatever I can to help. But
Harvey was
also,
the Attorney General. Okay. The chat is educated.
okay,
I like
yeah.
that.
Agatha
The chat knows
Christie. Who the fuck? Yeah, the chat's what's up. Hey, chat knows what's up. Make sure y'all are hitting the like and all that fun stuff. There's something else that I wanted to ask you about, Staffy.
FA Cup. Speaking of FA Cup, we knocked out Arsenal's under 18s today.
Yeah, I watched that. The guy made subs in the extra time, and then those two subs went and scored a goal about 30 seconds later. That was impressive.
Me too. And you know the best part about it, Chido Obi, who we signed from Arsenal's academy a year ago, he liked the picture of I think it was like one of his teammates posted a picture. He couldn't go to the game because we need him for tomorrow, or else he would have been in that game. And we won, and he commented under it, and he said thank you and like a bunch of laughing emojis.
That's hilarious.
It's amazing, bro.
What do you think about Arsenal's just kind of what the fuck? Like City could finish above them. They could finish third. They could. It's almost like that first year they challenged for the league. They were actually really good, free flowing side, and I hated it. And then they failed. And then the next year, it's like progressively every year they just get more and more embarrassing. And to be quite honest, it couldn't have happened to a better group of fuckers than Arsenal and their fans.
It's just, bro, they can't buy a goal right now. And I don't think any of us are surprised. We saw,
bro,
Arteta
won't even answer questions about why they can't score goals. He said, next question. I ain't answering it.
He's rattled, bro, and I hear him. But to be fair, shout out Ashraf. I think he's been on Sam's channel before and Mo's and whatever. He's actually one of my my favorite people to listen to when he talks about Arsenal. He's the only one that came out and said, he's like, bro, we can't complain about the lack of goals just now. He was like, honestly, we've just been playing not that good even before the injuries. He was like, we can't just do that. And he is right, bro. Like the goals are drying out now, obviously, because there's no strikers. But let's not pretend that you guys were like just scoring for fun. These guys are at some point, bro, we're saying set piece again, ole ole, and then they were drawing murals in the streets of London outside the stadium for a set piece coach. When's the last time we seen the set piece coach? Haven't seen him in a while. Guess what? Because they haven't had a set piece goal in a while. Guess what happens when they haven't had a set piece goal in a while? They haven't had a goal in a while. Sad days. As you said, it could have happened to it. For them, it is, but it couldn't have happened to a better bunch of people. I'll be honest.
But also, it was nice because when we stomped Ipswich, they had lost, and it was like, those are nice because that hadn't happened in I think fucking over a year or something like that. That
You
we
win and they lose. Yeah.
yeah, it's great. It's a good feeling, and I like that. I need more of it. If we can continue to climb up the table, which we took a momentary pause, but Arsenal are fucking joke, and it's hilarious to watch the meltdowns. And
deserve it.
if we had more time, I know we're already over an hour, which means I'm already late for work. God, and I don't even want to go to work. But I'll be honest, one of the things that's keeping me real satiated is just that proverbial dog chasing its own tail, and then it bites it, and then it's like, why did you bite my tail? It's like, bro, you bit your tail.
I thought you were
And
talking about the dog, but you said proverbial, so I get what you mean.
well, someone needs to save that dog first and foremost, because there's no wins. So where is he?
I mean, they didn't name
Win?
him Trophy. If his name was Trophy, then yeah, we'd have to get him out of there. His name is Win, so it could be like, all right. They win games, but they don't win trophies.
I ain't seen a sadder dog since Eeyore put on a dog mask. Win the dog. Like, that's why they made that whole song, Give Us a Win, yo. Like, please give a dog a bone. But
You ever seen that episode of Friends where Joey was just depressed? And Phoebe brought him a dog to cheer him up.
and then
And then she came end of the day to check on the dog to see if the dog cheered up Joey. But then the dog was not depressed. That's Win the dog, bro. Since he went to us now. He's just depressed.
Bro, as soon as I realized where it was going, I was like, that shit's hilarious. Paul Hotspur Hippie was just calling me, probably to talk the madness that's going on in the world. I don't want to open the book on right now. But Friends is ass.
Good thing Win the dog is not United, though. Ask me why.
Why?
With all the price cuts, bro, oof, I don't know if we'll be feeding that dog.
Dude, that's a good point, because now everyone else gets soup and sandwiches like it's goddamn war times. And the dog, they'd probably be like, well, we can't afford kibble, so hunt yourself some quail. Don't they hunt quail in the UK?
Look at the cards. He said the club would put him down. Oh my god.
But did you know actually to put a dog down, it's kind of expensive. So they might not. They might just do the old like drive him to a place and then
Just drop him in the middle of the street.
yeah, you know, they call that the El Paso special, because there's an account on Instagram dedicated to exposing the people that do that out here in El Paso. Yeah, they just, because these people be breeding dogs and then they just be like, it's sad. It's really sad, you know. But then again, it's like, do those dogs, they go to Arsenal, is their life even better than the side of the road? I don't know.
They feed him well there, I guess. So they just won't win anything.
It's fucking cool,
But
guys.
there's others next year. Netflix FC.
Do you think he goes to Dubai when they go? Do they take the dog? Oh, the old Yeller style. Oh, no.
Oh,
Hey
no.
there, Yeller. Come back, Yeller.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not though, because everyone, I don't know, they kept going to Dubai and getting injured. So good thing the dog's okay at least.
I'm not gonna lie. Whenever Chewy's time comes, it's gonna be a tough one. I've wondered how am I gonna old Yeller him? Maybe I just take him on one last walk and just have him looking forward. You know, kind of like what is it, Of Mice and Men? You know how he shoots his own brother. He's like, look at that sunset, Lenny.
You're gonna put him out yourself.
I pay $1,000 over $1,000 to have someone else put him to sleep, and then he's scared the last moments of his life.
A dog down. I mean, I've never had a dog. I didn't know that. $1,000.
It's expensive. It costs a pretty little penny to put a dog
Isn't
down.
it like an air shot?
No, it's like a intravenous like a IV.
Oh,
It's expensive. It's because then they like do stuff with the body. God only knows what they do with the body, but they're like, give me the body.
yeah.
And you know, it's a sad thought, but what is a better way for him to go out? He's like, I'm on a walk with my guy, and like, woohoo, yay, you know, I'm on a walk, and then all of a sudden it's all over. Or, okay, where are we going? And then it's like, oh shit, we're at the vet, and then it's scared, then they're poking him, then they're doing this, they're tying him down. It's a tough situation either way you roll the dice there, because I don't want to pay money to have his last moments like scared on this earth. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, well, why the fuck we started talking about dead dogs? God damn.
We were talking about Win the Dog. By the way, brother, the Knicks are getting cooked again. It's 4-0. It's a basketball game. The game just started. Why would you say the Knicks are getting cooked when the game just started? Sorry guys, we're down 4-0. It's over. We're never scoring for the game. It's over. Clean sheet for whoever the hell we're playing today. Anyways. Well, you
Who's winning the NBA? I don't give a shit anymore.
Not Dallas.
Do you want me to go on a rant about NBA? You want an NBA rant? You don't, because it's on your channel. You definitely don't want it on your channel. You should end the stream on your channel before you allow me to do that.
I'm just saying we could do it next time.
I'm just gonna say it's the last day of Black History Month, and Nico's the kind of guy who would tell Rosa Parks to get back of the bus.
All I'm saying is justice for Nico Harris, because what was he cooking?
Piss noodle.
He knew something.
He knows nothing. He didn't even know how to pronounce Stephen Curry's name. He kept calling him Steven. Fumbled the bag with a generational world great athlete. He went and signed with Under Armour.
What if you get
because
KD next summer?
I don't give a shit. Ain't what this old ass KD? Only thing dustier than him is his fucking hairline.
Kyrie, KD, AD. You wouldn't like that?
10 years ago.
Fair enough. We'll talk about it next.
Okay,
episode.
5 years ago, 2 years ago, but present day, no. What the fuck has KD done since he went to the Suns? Wasn't that supposed to be the new power group? And then Luka fucking dominated them, and then what? They had DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, KD, Bradley Beal.
No, Ayton left in the trade.
Oh, Ayton left. Who? They got a big man though. Who was their big man? No,
they got Nurkic and they traded him. So they actually don't have a big man.
Phoenix is a fucking joke.
They're
Dirk
horrible.
owned
They're
them
not even in the
first.
planes. Like he's getting traded in the summer. It's already confirmed.
Well, you know, this is the thing. Their father left. They don't know where daddy went because Dirk owned them. He was their dad for their entire existence. And then he said, here you go, my son, Luka. You can take this franchise that I've owned, this poverty fucking joke of a franchise. And Luka carried the talisman well. And then we got rid of daddy. And then Phoenix doesn't have a daddy. So now there it is.
All I'm going to say is when Kyrie, KD, and AD win a championship, we'll have uncomfortable conversations about this trade.
Well, then it's going to be Mavs fan for life.
You're such a flip-flop. Let's get the hell out of here.
MFFL, bitches. But right now, my favorite NBA team, for those of you wondering, I know y'all been asking, whoever Mavericks are playing is who I'm rooting for.
Okay. At least you didn't.
Until Nico gets out of my club.
Whoever plays the Knicks.
Dude, I'd even root. Nah. See, I used to just dislike the Knicks in general because New York, and it always reminds me of homeless people's pee-pee. But because of you, I actually want New York to always do really bad.
Why? What did I ever do?
You're like, oh, look. You're like, look at this cat highlight reel, and it's him going, oh, my God.
No, that's not true.
God.
You send me cat videos, and I tell you to leave me alone. I don't send you anything that has to do with cats.
But you're like, look at my all-star, and he's like, oh, my God.
He is an all-star. What do you want me to say?
Oh, man. I want to start saving some of those clips. Oh, my God. And I can just play them.
Bro, when I see him at my local pizzeria, I will take a video with him. And I will send it to all of you guys. And I'm going to have him diss you guys. And I'm going to have him shout out myself and my channel. Be like, hey, can you say, shout out Staffy TV and fuck Jacob and fuck Griggs. Fuck.
And then make sure he has the tagline at the very end. Oh, my God. No?
No.
No? You're not going to make sure he has that tagline?
And shut up, Regista Kev. I didn't say I'm from New York.
Oh my God. It's just like, bro, there's minutes and minutes of compilations of him getting fouled, what he thinks is a foul, and he's...
Well, he's still an all-star. Best center in the East, so you can hold that.
The East is dusty as fuck, dog.
Piscataway, New Jersey's finest. Hold that.
Scataway, New Jersey? That sounds like a... Oh, Piscataway. Even worse, because I was going to say Scataway sounds like what you leave behind in your underwear if you didn't wipe good enough. No? No reaction? Did you freeze? No, you're blinking. You didn't freeze.
I have nothing to say.
Piscataway. So what if you pee-pee with the poo streak, a little poo streak in your undies? That
Shout out Piscataway. Shout out South Plainfield. Shout out Plainfield.
Bro, any place named
Shout
after
out New
piss,
Brunswick.
yeah, shout it out. So don't leak on you, I guess. Jacob, dude, New York. Hey, I'm walking here. Hey, my name's Staffy. I'm on my way to the New York Knicks game. I'm walking here.
It's not a New
Where,
York
hey,
accent.
hey, where's the gabagoo?
That's a perfect Italian accent. That's it.
Hey, I'm walking here, okay, guy? You can't fucking tell I'm walking here?
Thank
You
you,
know what?
Kev. That is nothing near a New York accent.
It's pretty good. It sounds good in my ear from what I hear.
I'll take you to the Italians of New Jersey.
Hey, come on, guy, I'm walking here. They
That's-
fucking look like I'm not walking here.
That's all you say, walking here.
Well, I'm trying to think, what does Omar say? Because that motherfucker got a New York accent out the water. Hey, it's me, it's Omar. I'm walking here.
Hold up.
Hey, what you? I can't see. Omar doesn't make enough content, so I kind of forgot what he sounds like.
Well, not
Where's the
football, he does a
gabagoo?
lot of food content.
Hey, I'm at the chicken place. They got the chicken.
We're live, me and Jacob, and Jacob was requesting a New York accent.
No, hold on. Yo, W's from my boy Jacob, man. Jacob, United Spurs of America. Shout out yo, bro. That name is. I feel like I haven't heard that name in forever, bro. Wow.
Forever.
What an honor, bro. I'm gonna send you nudes tonight. Ramadan is still at like 8 p.m.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna send you nudes tonight, my brother. How are you, my brother?
He was trying to replicate a New York accent. He was way off. He was like, I need to hear something Omar says. So I was like, all right, let me
See?
go.
Well, all he said was Jacob was live, and you got the whole New York accent, brother. I didn't even have to know where you need it, and you got it, my brother. You see, that's called alignment. That's called universe, baby. What's
Yeah.
up, man?
Hey, yeah. See, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying,
is.
bro. Omar give me hype.
He said Omar gets me hyped. I don't think you'll
Bro,
hear him.
that's energy, bro.
Let's get a
I got you
coffee.
Triple H. Hype, hungry, and let's not use the other one.
Hey, does it rhyme with Schmorny?
It rhymes with corny.
Man, I fucking love Omar. You need to make more football content because I told you I can't be watching food content like that. It should just make me hungry.
Jacob said, do more footy content because he can't watch your food content. It makes him hungry.
I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna do OnlyFans for you. That could achieve another.
Just for me. Wow.
But yo, I was really just thinking of Staffy. I was listening to the press conference for the Ruben Amorim today, the conference. What's up with them asking Garnacho question 8 different times? Yo, these media people gotta go, bro.
See why I'm saying this, bro? And then you have people like Griggs. Why do you think we invented Griggs hype? It's because he leaves all this out and he's like, oh, but the manager needs to play wingman, get him out, bro. Yeah,
That's
like
what he says. Talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Greek
Let me call you back, though.
Where's the gabagoo?
Yeah, nah, let me. Yeah, shout out chat. Tell him to like and subscribe.
Big up Oski, man. The Goatski.
Subscribe, man, and W's for Jacob. I'm gonna holler at y'all.
Yeah. That's why I call him Goatski. Oski the Goatski.
There we go. What
Love
a
me
better
some
way to end the
Oski.
show.
What a beautiful way to end the show. You got any final thoughts before we say goodbye? And thank you to the people who financially sponsor the show.
Chat hype, Jacob hype, Staffy hype. But big up to all of you guys. And let us know in the comments what you thought about any of the topics we talked about today. And you know what? Next week, when we decide what day we're going to go live again, which you will know because you surely have our notification bells on both channels. So you'll see when we post, whether it's Wednesday or Thursday. Probably it's not going to be Friday again. You will let us know in the comments what you want us to talk about outside of Aussie United and Tottenham. So shout out to you guys, and I'll see you guys on the watch along on Sunday when we play Full Haram while I'm fasting. Let's see if I could survive 90 minutes of Manchester United fasting, not from food, but not cursing, because we all know it's haram to curse during Ramadan. So we'll see if I can survive 90 minutes of Man United.
Well, I just was reading Regista Kev's comments, and seek help is what I would say first. Seek therapy and seek kindness. But my final thoughts for tonight are as simple as this. Stay blessed, stay fresh, up the lads. Be kind to yourself and be kind to someone else today. And do you want to say, come on, you Spurs? Can you say that?
No, but can you edit your intro and have, instead of saying with Michael and Jacob, can it say
I'll just
with
have me go, Staffy.
Staffy? Yeah, like do a
It's not going to
voiceover.
be, yeah, it's
Or
just
it's
going to be like
with
abrupt.
Staffy
Staffy.
and Jacob.
With Staffy and Jacob. That's going to be
Yeah,
great. That's going to be a good one. But look, this was fun. I enjoyed it. That fucking hour flew by and we're almost on an hour and a half and I'm super late for work. But they can hold that as far as I'm concerned. Because you were right at the beginning of the show. I did have nothing better to do. I had stuff to do, but nothing that was better than this. And that's very nice.
I have a
It's very nice.
request.
So I hope
Can
the
you,
chat enjoyed it.
Can you end it on the Taste the Biscuit?
You want to taste the biscuit before we get out of here?
I want to taste the biscuit.
All right, everybody. Have a great Friday night, Saturday morning, weekend, etc. And remember, when the weekend give you a biscuit, you gotta taste that motherfucker. Good night.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.